guys, welcome to day 10 of my video diary series, or daily vlogs, whatever you want to call them. Today I woke up late. I was really fatigued today. I didn't get a lot done. In fact, I think I got nothing done, no study or packing or anything. I kind of just bedrotted it a little bit, where I think I needed it, because I think I've just kind of been on the go, or like at least mentally, because I know that I haven't been like doing heaps, and I think I've been on the go maybe like 2 weeks ago, and now it's kind of like the crash has kind of hit me a little bit. So I don't have a lot to talk about today, but I did want to spill a little bit of family tea that has been on my mind and really frustrating me recently. So, okay, I am one of 6 siblings. I'm the fifth sibling. My mum and dad are still together, but honestly really should be divorced for so many different reasons, but that's my opinion kind of thing. I'm like, I get that it's their marriage, but like, I wouldn't be still married to someone that did what my mom did. So like, the tea. So the tea I wanted to share was, so the same sister that I've mentioned before that is kind of like still letting my abuser kind of still into my life, is the same sister that is kind of being enabled by my family a little bit. So she is on her 2nd year of a full ride to doing nothing. So the first one was when she was straight out of school. I get that she was struggling with stuff, so everyone kind of just left her alone a little bit. She didn't finish high school. She dropped out early at the end of year 10. And so she had her entire year 11, well, what would have been her year 11, at home. She didn't have a job. She wasn't doing TAFE. She didn't do New Step for uni, or she wasn't going to university. She, like, nothing. Not even a TAFE or working at Macca's. And everyone was like, oh, she's going through mental health stuff, and like, you know, she's had a rough time at school. She does have a slight learning disability, but that kind of so that's another piece of drama. Learning disabilities, autism, and ADHD, to my knowledge, run through the family, just from kind of how certain family members act and everything. But the only one that's been formally diagnosed with anything is my younger sister, or at least formally diagnosed by our parents. I've gone and gotten diagnosed with MDD and OCD, but nothing kind of outside of that, because it can be fairly expensive here in Australia to do it when you're not under 18. So she was the only one to be diagnosed with any disability, or like learning disability. I'm not sure if she has autism or ADHD. I know that she has like broad spectrum dyslexia, and there's like another couple of things that's with that. But she got to sit on her ass for an entire year with little to no pressure from either of my parents, even though she was living with my parents. We were all really proud of her. She moved to Canberra with my other sister, and my brother lives in Canberra as well. And she did a diploma, and we were really proud of her, like super proud of her that she did it. She got through it. She graduated from it. You know, there might have been some ups and downs and stuff, but we were like so proud of her. And we like made it known, like, you did this thing, you know, you've struggled before with it, and now you're doing really good. And so the assumption was, now that she's gotten that diploma, she would have gotten a job in that area, but she decided she didn't like it. She decided she got this entire diploma for this thing. She didn't love it, she didn't like it, and we were like, oh, okay, but you've got the diploma now, so either go get another one, or like further study, or go get a job. Like, you know, she's 18 at that point. Yeah, so she would have been 18 when she's finished it. No, she would have been 19 when she finished it. So now, for the last year, since she finished her diploma at the end of last year, she's been sitting on her ass again. So she's, you know, been taking a free ride now, and it's a worse situation from when she was just in my parents' house, because she's not working, she's not on Centrelink or like student payments, she's not on disability payments, and she says she's gonna try and do that, but she's been trying to do that for like ages, and she hasn't even done like the first documentation phase. And like, my parents are now paying half of their rent, because so my two sisters live together. One of my sisters is doing a like medical engineering or something, and she's flipping half the bill with her Centrelink, meaning that they're broke all the time, because my parents are doing half the bills, and then my older sister is doing half the bills, and then my parents are also sending my younger sister spending money as well. So like, it's an insane situation where, because she got the formal diagnosis, she gets to kind of sit on her ass with like little to no pressure. And the thing is, like, because my parents are like giving them so much money and paying so much for them, their support for other family members has had to dwindle, because they're going backwards and they're losing money because of increased housing costs and stuff in their area. So like, they're losing a lot of money, and like, they're at risk of going back into debt at this point. And like, it's not just her, obviously, but paying, you know, I think it's 1,000 a fortnight or 500 a fortnight, I can't remember exactly, but it's not a small amount of money. And my dad is at the point where they're like every little bit counts. So like, my dad and I try and go for coffee once a week, and instead of being able to like go for a cafe, I'm now going over to his house, which is hard for me, so that he can make it on his coffee machine, because he works with someone on like coffee carts and stuff, so he gets free beans, so that it's a lot cheaper for him. But it's like, it's so frustrating. And like, my parents were sending me $50 a week or $100 a fortnight for like extra food and stuff, because I had a fairly restrictive diet where I have to limit a lot of oil intake, and I had that for a long time, and it's just becoming really good where I can start eating meat, but it has to be like better quality meat. And now they've had to not do that support. So I get that it feels like I'm complaining because they've had to withdraw their support from me, but it's frustrating. It's really frustrating, and I've been saying it since I was a teenager that they're enabling her, because when we were in high school as well, I was like, I made it really clear that like, you're enabling her, you're not setting proper boundaries, you're not, you know, reining in her unruly behaviour, you're not setting rules for her, and this is the result now. She is, you know, thinks she's calling all the shots in the family, because in essence, she kinda is on a lot of things, because she's got my parents feeling really bad, and we've talked, we used to have a good relationship until the last time I saw her, and we kind of theorized that they are overcompensating with her because they fucked up so badly with me that I barely talk to them anymore. So, like, or see them, or especially my mother. So, like, my mother is overcompensating with my younger sister because she fucked up so badly with me. I haven't talked to her, in essence, for maybe 2 years now. Really, our relationship hasn't been great for 5, though. So, like, it's this whole just a snake eating its tail kind of situation, where everything is just an interconnected web, and just spicy tea. And in my family, there's just so much drama. Like, I wouldn't say drama, but there's just an interconnected, just smorgasbord of just shit. And the one that really comes out on top is my younger sister, because she reaps the benefit of being able to sit on her ass. And I feel like I'm complaining a bit, but the reason why it's really frustrating is because there have been multiple other family members, including myself, that have either not been privy to that or haven't been privy to that because of her. Like, when I first moved out of home, the living situation I was in was really, really bad within the first 2.5, 3 months, and I asked to move back in. And because my younger sister at the time was 16, said that she would run away from home or move out if I moved back in, that I wouldn't be able to move back in. And my parents just kind of were like, sure. So I ended up in a roller coaster of bad situations and almost killing myself, because everything was just so bad, because they couldn't set proper boundaries with my younger sister, and they've never done that, like, even from when she was a little kid, and it's now becoming a problem for them, and it's frustrating to see, because I think it's growing a wedge between me and my family even more than there was, and it's putting strain on my dad. And I don't want to say that my dad's health is, like, declining, but he is getting older, and I'm concerned, like, he should be getting ready for retirement. I know he's not going to retire, because he's, like, the kind of dad that works till they drop kind of thing, but he should at least be able to take it easy, and he shouldn't have to, like, be working really hard every day, like hard labor or stuff, because one of his daughters is a little bit of a deadbeat. Like, and I don't want to come across that I'm just, like, bullying my younger sister because she has a learning disability, and it might be hard. And when I say learning disability, I'm not meaning, like, she's nonverbal or can't speak, like, she can't speak or hear or, like, can't understand what's going on. Like, she has mild to severe dyslexia, and that's it. It doesn't prevent her from getting a job, or, like, getting at least a job. Like, maybe she's not going to do data analysis, but it doesn't stop her from understanding that it's a rough situation and that she needs to be pulling her weight, and if worst comes to worst, she can go flip burgers at Macca's, even if it's temporary, until she does either get on disability if she's eligible, or she gets a job in an industry, or decides to go to uni, or any other option. But right now she's aware enough because she's not stupid, and she's talked about it a little bit. She's very much aware right now that she's taking advantage of the situation, and that, you know, in her mind she deserves it. Like, so there you go. There's the family tea. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of my family tea. I'm probably gonna share a little bit more. Who knows? Let's make it a little mini series or something. But I share that family tea because it is warm, it is hot, it is piping. I think the next thing I'll talk about is my aunts. Because on my aunts on my dad's side, there's like a little bit of family drama that's there that we didn't know about until recently, which is really interesting because my family on my dad's side is such an interesting setup. It's like, it's very blended, but it's like a blended family when blended families were not normal. And it's also like, but another time. I will catch you later. Goodbye.